All right, welcome back to space. How's it going? Oh, hey Neil, that was good timing. You just came in just as I was getting ready to go live. Welcome back to Terra Invicta. Wow. After last stream, I'm scared of what's going to happen in this stream. We had so many fights last time that I am concerned that we're going to have some huge fights. We've got the large fleet that is heading to Union Station on the way. That's going to be a big battle. There's actually two fleets here. I found out the aliens have snuck a second fleet behind this one. So there's actually two fleets here. There's this fleet, and then there's like a couple of other ships on their own. I'm not sure what the plan is there, but that is what they're doing. So we've got that to look forward to. And I've also just been looking around the solar system a little bit before we started playing. And before we head out to Jupiter and Saturn, we kind of need to clear up the inner system asteroid belt. There are alien bases in the inner system, most notably the one that's over here. Astral Wind Base, I think it's called. We just zoom in a little bit. There's this station here. Yeah, Astral Wind Station. This is a shipyard in the inner solar system that needs to be dealt with. So this might be the first target that we send the Jupiter fleet after. We might try and do that this stream. I'd like to do that this stream. Need to build a few more ships though. Yeah. There's a lot going on. One of the things I have done is we are currently researching research universities. As soon as that is done, we will split our campus stations into some of them becoming research universities, the others becoming mission control and money stations. That's a big deal. We also have a new and updated group of agents who have, as best as I can, had all of their orgs sorted. There's still a few issues. Jeremy's got some pretty terrible orgs. Distal's orgs aren't great, but at least he has a reasonable persuasion now. I think his persuasion was about 11 at the end of the last stream. We just have to see how that goes. And yeah, let's just get into it. First things first, we're going to do some assignments on Earth. Hey Spoop, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Let's get back to action, I guess. Let's get back to business. What is the situation on Earth right now? Last time, I tried desperately to unite North Korea, and right before the unification kicked off, our good friends, the Initiative, cooed the country out from under us. So I really don't want that to happen again. We need to do a quick check of unrest across the globe. So Saudi Arabia, as usual, has a little bit of unrest. Japan also has a little bit of unrest. We're trying to get the Pacific Defense League up and running. I've already federated Japan and South Korea. What is the cooldown on North Korea federating? 17th of June. So it's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to federate these two countries, and then we're back in action to unify them. I've also disbanded the North Korean army just to make things a little bit easier when these two countries unify. And we're also now in control of the Philippines. So we're just trying to get more and more countries that are in the Pacific Defense League together. So so tomorrow as well, we'll be able to federate the Philippines with Japan and bring them into the fold as well. Unfortunately, I don't think Taiwan... no, we're not going to look at Taiwan just yet. Hey, Miss Saps, how's it going? I'm just going over my plans for the stream, and I've identified a target in the inner solar system we may need to send our ships after. First things first, let's get things going here. Oh, hey, Matches Burn. Good, nice. Welcome to the stream. I've seen you before. We need to come up with a job for Jeremy Clarkdad, because at the moment he's a bit of a blank slate. His stats are terrible. All I've done is made him get 25 admin. What's his job going to be in the team? Because he's been working as a bad persuader, which is not really what he's good at. Anyway, right. Chuck has an asset to go after in Somalia. We're going to get Guy to stabilize in Saudi Arabia. I think the Gulf states need a little bit of stabilization. No, it's Japan needs some stabilization. I need to be really on top of stabilization, because the only way we're losing countries at the moment is through coups. So we have to make sure that doesn't happen. Anywhere else, looking a bit bad. Let's just do another one in the Philippines as well, just to be safe. We bombed it last time. We hit it really hard to make sure that the Philippines wasn't going to coup on us, but I just want to be safe that it's not going to. Now, in terms of other stuff to do, what I could do is be really cheeky and do a set national policy in Japan, and we'll federate with the Philippines as well. And in fact, we could also do that with Jeremy in South Korea and federate with North Korea, because it's going to be ready to go tomorrow, and that'll both of them be done. Right, to space. I don't think we have any fleets arriving this turn. I was looking at this before the stream. Oh, by the way, I've also prepared a blueprint for the TRM class Lancer Mark II. So we'd have to worry about that, right? So the 5th of October is the big fight. This is the fleet that's going to hit Union Station on the 5th of October. What I'm considering doing is intercepting this fleet with the Jovian Atalk fleet early. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not certain about that yet. Other stuff that's happening. I don't think there's anything happening in June. There is stuff happening in July. There is a fleet heading to Mars on the 5th of July, so we need to be ready for that. That's the next phase. It's just a frigate, so we don't have to worry too much. There's another fleet heading to Earth on the 27th of December, and there's this fleet here, which is also going to be at Union Station on the 5th of October, but it's just got a corvette in it. Anyway, let's get things started. Let's get the ball rolling. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's confirm assignments, pick up the speed up, and zoom out a little bit and unpause. So just while we're waiting for things to happen, I've identified that there is Austral Wind Station.
Everything we touch, yet
cool.
We cannot stop ourselves from touching more.
A very quick ping on research.
So very lost.
The heavy fleet is next to no acceleration. Which heavy fleet? Oh, the one that the aliens are sending in. Is that the one you're referring to, Neil? In many ways, every single one of our incredible discoveries we've made since we first discovered the only universe has led to this. Boundless energy, meeting humanity's every need for decades, perhaps even centuries to come, but without harming the world or the skies around us. As much as we look to other worlds, Earth is our home, and one in need of protection. From ourselves, perhaps more than any other threat. Fusion fuel, specifically a further refinement of deuterium helium-3 fusion, is key here, as it steps away from any need for steam or turbines, in favor of solid energy collectors constructed from emission-free nanomaterials, and also releases no neutron radiation. Ultra-dense deuterium, laser compressed to be over 100 times as dense as our previous fusion fuel pellets, enables a generation of vast amounts of clean, safe power from the smallest of sources, and can be easily transported effectively anywhere we might wish. But in an age of clean tech energy, for all is a matter of policy as much as a matter of technology. These fusion solutions must be shared with all human society, with the poorest nations and colonies as well as the wealthiest, rather than hidden behind a walled garden of patents and licensing costs. Once we take this step, we will at last be able to be healing our suffering homeworld. So this is really nice, just a few bonuses. Jupiter fleet is next to no accelerations. Oh, does it not have good acceleration? I didn't realize. Yeah, that's a good point. That's kind of why I want to intercept them, because I don't think they can run from an intercept. But what we'll probably do is pincer them. So we'll hit them with the standard Mercury fleet, and then we'll intercept with the heavy fleet when they get to Union Station. The initiative really hasn't done very much, Matchesburg. The one thing they did is they got their hands on India. Oh, no, that's the initiative haven't really done anything, Matchesburg, honestly. They just were annoying. All right, tech trait. What are we looking to pick up next? I mean, we could just start working on antimatter weaponry, because there's also Mind and Machine, which is a next set of implants, which could be quite useful. I might actually go for that. Integrated space technology is being researched. Ultraviolet combat lasers is also being researched. So we could also go to deuterium fusion. I think I'm going to go for Mind and Machine, though, and we'll get those cybernetics on the way. Okay. Let's unpause. So we'll keep an eye on our event list on the right here.
Things are cooling off.
Get ready for stabilization spam to kick off. Oh, they can pause there. I was like, why don't the ships stop moving?
Violence is abating.
Servants are campaigning in India. Try to get that off the academy. Alright, we want to federate with North Korea. Wait, this is Japan. Oh, I thought I'd be able to federate with the Philippines, but apparently I can't. I don't want them to federate with North Korea either. I need South Korea to do that. Let's just cancel that. I must have misread the date.
Policy direction complete.
And I can't federate North Korea. I must have misread the date. I was sure I could federate with North Korea this turn. Oh well.
Wrapping up here.
We'll sort it out next turn. It's not the end of the world.
Destroyed.
Good work, Chuck. Fleet gathering at low Fortuna. One of the things the reshuffle has done is actually given us a bit more of an income, because I managed to pick up a whole ton more of income for our space mining. All right, let me check this again. Can't Federation. So it can they can federate the Pacific Defense League. Have I not allied them? Is that what the problem is? Yeah, they're allied with Japan and not South Korea. That's frustrating. So now, how long is it going to take? 17th of August. Okay. So we'll try again on the 17th of August. I could just federate them with Japan and and bring them into the Pacific Defense League rather than joining them with South Korea and then bringing them to the Pacific Defense League. I didn't realize I could just do that straight. That's probably actually a faster way to do it. I should probably just do that unification and just get both of these countries unified in, because I think we're all allies. Yeah, you're all allies. And you're all allies here as well. No, we haven't allied with North Korea. We can't yet, that's right. Okay, so let me just confirm. So, South Korea, Confederate, is in the Pacific Defense League already. North Korea can now federate with the Pacific Defense League. It will be able to do it to federate with Japan. That's really confusing. We should be able to federate with the Pacific Defense League, and then the Philippines needs to wait until... No policies are available right now, so I can't do anything with the Philippines, but I thought they were part of the Pacific Defense League. They mustn't be part of the Pacific Defense League. Oh, it would be worse for Miltech, wouldn't it? Yeah, because that's the whole reason I did it this way. To be honest, I'm not really worried about the Miltech for Japan. I think I'm going to do it. I think it will be faster. And it also just makes... It'll bring cohesion into North Korea a lot faster. The only place I think I need to do anything about subversion this turn is... we've got some alien assets to investigate.
Heading to the LZ.
Let's send Clark Dad to investigate alien activity. Is there any other alien sites showing up?
See what we can find.
There's one in Thailand as well. Okay, we'll send Guy after that one. That's interesting. There's a bunch of new sites showing up in Chiang Mai and Thailand. Oh, sorry, in Dakar and Thailand.
Going in.
Chiang Mai, of course, is in Thailand. Right, let's get Distal to set national policy in Japan and to federate with North Korea. What else do we want to do? So I want to bring down unrest in Saudi Arabia. That's actually only a 90% chance. I should bump that up a little bit.
Where do you need me?
Okay, and then quiet for your turn. Of course, there's a mosquito in the room. That's exactly what I want. What do we do with quiet this turn? Let's actually do a surveil in Thailand, because there is quite a large alien appearance here. Have I messed up? Is Philippines not able to join the Pacific Defense League? I thought it could. But looking at it, Japan has claims, so I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's check. Everything's good. Let's confirm assignments. We are now in July. There's going to be one small fight in Mars orbit this month.
Surveilling target area.
Research universities have been researched. Okay, we now need to do some quick change-ups of stuff. A full-service research academy in space devoted to developing generative scholars and policymakers. Destroying the small jewel in Earth lunar system on above worlds with 50,000 population is an atrocity. That's interesting. We're now able to undertake the final assault project. I might just get that researching, although there is a lot of stuff here. Let's just turn off obsolete and get stuff. Actually, there's not that much stuff here. There's really not that much to research. Let's get the final assault going. Hey, Ashrafi, how's it going? Sorry I stumbled over your name. Japan is allied with the Philippines. Yeah, but there's a cooldown on the alliance. No, they're allied with the Philippines. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we now need to sort out our stations. So I identified what stations I'm going to do this with in the Discord earlier. Let me just get that list up so I get the right ones. This is gonna hit our research income when I do it, but the outcome is much better. All right. So the stations we're going to repurpose in Mercury orbit first. We're looking at so repurpose Raid Shadow Legends, Rapture, and Rocky Mart, then upgrade Aviary, NTSS, then Unit, and Frosty. I think that's too many. So the first one we want to do is Alien Aviary. This is going to become a level 3 research station. So let's get that done. This is a pretty big upgrade in technology. We might need to add some more solar panels, but we'll see. This is all costing boost, I just noticed. Why is this costing boost? Because we don't have enough volatiles. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for volatiles. How many volatiles does it need? It needs 39 volatiles. So it's not liking the amount of volatiles we need for this. let's hang fire, not spend the boost. And we'll just build up our volatiles income is pretty bad at the moment. We need to get that up. So I'll just let these ones build and we'll slowly turn things over. We just don't have enough volatiles at the moment because we're building ships as well and our ships require a lot of them. Right, we're about to get a battle. Okay, let's deal with this. I'm trying to federate them in the Pacific Defense League. Oh, Taiwan. Sorry, no, that's not the one I'm trying to do. Right, fleets in orbit. Mars fleet. We've got Trojan Horse and Task Group Mars. So Trojan Horse will engage first. And then we'll send Task Group Mars in, the Red Guard. Okay. That's good to know, Spoop. Thank you. And Ashcam, thank you. I thought it was under a specific federation would be required in order to build that federation, but if you don't need to, that's great. Okay, we're just going to take out Res and Echo here. This is going to be a pretty quick battle. We're not going to use any missiles. I'll just set everyone to medium defense. We'll set this as the primary target. We'll turn off the missile launchers on the battleship. And we'll just padlock everybody. So this is still our tier 1 fleet. This is still old technology. I don't think this fight will be particularly difficult. I'll fast forward until people start shooting. Should be in range pretty soon. There's a good point. So far, the aliens haven't thrown anything particularly armored at me, but that is changing. They are now upgrading their ships. They've started using plasma. Can't see our shells because of the Mars background. They're moving, though. If I turn the camera, now we should be able to see the incoming ordnance. Let's just see what goes on with this here, because we have been having problems with PD. Yeah, there's not enough PD here. This ship's going down. So the missiles are getting through our PD screens quite nastily now. This is a big problem. This is why we're upgrading to tier 2 ships, but I needed to bring those ships closer together so they had overlapping PD. Okay, bit of a disappointment. We lost the battleship, which is an extra big problem, but we won the fight. We desperately need more defenses around Mars. Mars is running out of defense ships. Which is a problem. You losing Humanity's Fist is frustrating. We only have one battleship in orbit of Mars now, which is extra bad. This is where we're building our fleets, but we just need to wait for new ships to get built. Let's send you guys back to Here Be Dwarves. And also complete the transfer. And then take you back to Here Be Dwarves. Whoa, that was a bug. Take you back to Here Be Dwarves as well. Alright, not good news. Not good news. Here comes the Jarhead Express. Now, why was I sending... Can anyone remind me, why was the Jarhead Express heading to Earth? Were they going to take over a station? Oh, I remember. That's right. The initiative took a station from me. I remember. I was like, why are we reducing unrest in Indonesia? But that's not us doing that. Hardened Habshield project is available. That's kind of cool. The ship loss was so unnecessary. Yeah, I just autopiloted that fight. Those ships that we just saw do not have plasma tech. They're using not railguns. They're using not mass drivers. What are they called? Call guns. All right, tactical drones. I need stuff that makes our places better. There's not really much going on here. We'll get the ferrocite technology going again. Yeah, I'm really sad about that loss, but whatever. It's happened.
Mission complete.
Okay, so we should be able to federate with North Korea, which we're going to do. And then we'll be able to bring them into... We'll be able to unify them after that.
For the good guys.
Okay, there's still some flora in Chiang Mai. So Jarhead Express has arrived in low Earth orbit. The reason that this fleet was here is it is here to take a space station back for. We'll let them resupply. They're currently docked and resupplying. All right, let's get them to transfer. It wasn't Pizza Station, it was Final Frontier Station. We need to take that station back. And these are super elite advanced marines.
Score one for the good guys.
That's a good idea, Crash Test. Maybe we just need a new planetary defense battleship. I haven't really thought about really needing planetary defense ships, but we are going to. We're not going to slow the aliens down anytime soon. Okay, I do not want you to attack the station. So I want to evade. Oh, I think I'm going to have to attack the station because it has defenses. That's frustrating. I want to select the Jarhead Express Fleet. I can't get them to land on the station until they attack it. So they have a combat value of... What's the combat value on the Jarhead Express? 215. And Final Frontier Station has layer defense arrays on it, 327. It has, I think, 2 layer defense arrays. It has 3 layer defense arrays, which need to be dealt with before I can land troops on the station, which means I probably need to include some combat ships here. I don't want to destroy the station because I don't want to make an atrocity. I just need to make sure I approach this correctly. So if I engage the station with ships and then end before it's destroyed, I just want the station back. The Jarhead Express, what's it got in terms of weapons? Oh. The Courageous Mark II class cruiser. Well, that's why I've just been intercepting the whole campaign. We've got a Call Cannon Mark III and some phaser batteries. I don't think this ship on its own is going to be able to take that station. So what I'm going to do is we'll transfer... We're going to send over Earth Defense Fleet 2 Electric Boogaloo, which is just a massive amount of ships. We're going to split this fleet again. I brought them together for a big fight last time. So on Battleship, 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 Destroyer, Destroyer. We'll give them one more Destroyer because these are the 2 battleships. Oh, I didn't click split. Damn. This is a Night Sky 1B class Destroyer. What? And these are Night Sky 2 class Destroyers. Do I have an what is a Night Sky 1B class? I don't remember making that. Alright, we'll send Earth Defense Fleet 2 Electric Boogaloo over. What's... Hang on. Where's the other fleet I just split off? There should be 2 fleets here now. I have lost a fleet. No, did they just not split? They just didn't split. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now it split the fleets. Oh, hey, Richard Vales, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, just getting stuck in the minutia of fleets, fleet splitting. Right, let's send Earth Defense Fleet over to that station. Actually, what I'll do is I'll get them to join up with our good friends, the Jarhead Express. We'll bring them together, and then we'll get them to move in together. Oh, of course the dog wants out right now. Nuclear missiles and anti-mine missiles against stations. I would be scared that would destroy the whole station, to be honest. That would be my worry. Okay, let's take them there. Let's quickly merge fleets with the Jarhead Express. And let's move them over to Final Frontier Station. Okay, and let's engage. And one thing I'm going to do is we're just not going to use any missiles here. Okay, let's just turn off missiles on the Duke of Ur. And no one else here has missiles. Okay, so we just want this. There's 3 LDAs to deal with. Hopefully they're not going to rip us apart. This could go badly for us. That's a good point, Crash Test. That's what I was thinking of as well. The fleets don't really need to intercept if we've got enough ships, because we just split them into two. Here's our first sight of a tier 2, what I'm calling a tier 2 ship in our fleet. No, that's not it. Where's the Crash Test class cruiser? Oh, it's all the way back here. Of course it is, because it's set in a support role. I'll bring it forward to the rest of the fleet. And then we'll just deaccelerate it when it gets a bit closer. So this is one of our stations that was captured by the, I think it was the Initiative last time. Look at the size of that fusion reactor farm. But we just need to deal with these layer defense arrays. They're our only issue here. This station actually never got finished upgrading. It still has solar panels. This is our space hotel. It was making us a lot of money, and then they took it off us. Oh, that's quite cool. You see the shadow of the pike is on the Duke of Ur. Okay, we should be approaching Colgan range soon. Once you're in range, you want to decelerate them. He does whiff for blood. Actually, she whiffs her blood. I'm not sure what she's doing. She decided to come back and lie down, so maybe she doesn't want out. Let's just fast forward until... Okay, combat has started. What I'll do, actually, is I'll set a primary target of this layer defense array, and then I'll padlock all the ships. Oh, no, she does want out. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry that it's in the middle of combat, but we will be right back. Alright, I'm so sorry about the interruption. Every single stream, she's completely asleep, and then I sit down, and she wants to get out. One thing I was thinking about while we're outside, I noticed this projectile here. This looks like a ball of plasma to me. Now, I don't think the Initiative have researched plasma tech. My question is, if another faction captures a station that has defense arrays built by a more advanced faction, do those defense arrays get downgraded, or do they keep the weapons that they had? Because what does this thing look like it's armed with? We may actually be about to see an absolute bloodbath. These ships are not designed to withstand plasma. I think we're going to have to unleash missiles here. I think we may need to do this. I'm just going to fire missiles at each LDA. So what is it firing? That's that blue. Well, we'll see what happens. There goes one LDA at least. Almost one LDA. Oh, I did not want to do that. I want to do that. We'll set this one to the fleet primary target to make sure they're still shooting at it. The battleship is so far tanking the damage. I'm pretty sure it's plasma. It looks like plasma. Let's slow everybody down. I don't actually want them to reverse. Oh, that's right. They'll need to turn around to slow down. Cancel that order. They're not going very fast. Okay, hopefully the missiles get through. That was a hit. Okay, that's one LDA gone. The liberation of Final Frontier Station can now begin. That's the LDA's gone. We didn't lose the battleship, which I was quite concerned we would. We did have to expend our entire magazine of missiles, but that's okay. We can survive on that. I should wait for the battle to end. Okay, right. Earth Invicta has docked with Final Frontier Station and now seize or destroy the station. So, Earth Defense Fleet, High Fleet. Why can you not assault Hab? Why can't we assault? Maybe we just need to give it a little bit of time because they're maybe not ready. Unavailable for operations at 4:33 a.m. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's just unpause and wait for 4:33 a.m. Let's select Earth so we can fast forward. Okay, take me there. So, assault Hab. Now, just so you're aware, the Courageous Mark II class cruiser, when it loads, has 4 elite marine assault modules on it. This thing is loaded with marines. I don't think there's any way they will fail to take this station, but let's just see. We have a 100% chance to take it. It'll take 5 days. So we're now boarding and assaulting that station. Let's fast forward. Home away from home that's our new mission control station, which stupidly is in Earth orbit, but we'll just ignore that. Its ring core is finished. And so it looks like its farm is done as well. Okay, so we now have some new orgs in play, and I want to check those out because I just spent a lot of time before the stream sorting out the orgs on my team. So anything that gives plus mining is actually worthwhile. There's nothing here that gives plus mining. That's unfortunate. No, I don't see any space mining. Okay, we'll just have to come back to that. I've got quite a lot of frontal armor on my ships as well, just in case of that. Right, let's have a look at Earth this turn. So unrest is getting high in Saudi Arabia again. That's just what it's like on Earth at the moment. Saudi Arabia really doesn't like being spoiled. Fire can deal with that. We'll just up that, make sure that it's definitely happening.
We'll restore peace.
Chuck still has aliens to attack in Chiang Mai. Doesn't look like we picked up any other aliens in the area, which is good for us. So the situation here with the Philippines, it looks like they have the Pacific Defense League has claims on Manila and Davao. They are allied with Japan, but it says up here that there's no policies available in set national policy. If I check in Japan, The only Federation candidate is European Union. And then there's cooldowns for unifying with South Korea and North Korea. So for some reason, I can't form the Pacific Defense League between these two countries, but it looks like Japan has... Oh, sorry, the Pacific Defense League has claims on these two cities. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm not sure why I can't make that claim. Now, there is an 86-day cooldown while the government is being formed. That may be why. We may need to wait for the power consolidation to finish. That could be the problem. So we'll just wait 86 days. In the meantime, we need to identify more states that are part of the Pacific Defense League. Now, the Pacific states themselves, we have claims on Ueno, so we can take this place here. Port Moresby is down. Okay, this is all Pacific states, I see. Well, we could get Pacific states in then. We start working on them. We also have... We looks like we got a claim on part of Indonesia. No claim on Malaysia. What about Singapore? No claim on Singapore. Panajin Combine does. Nothing in Malaysia again. Cambodia, no. Vietnam, no. Thailand, no. Taiwan is also a no. No, we do have a claim on Taipei. So let's start working on Taiwan, because that's part of the whole goal here. Now we have to deal with Academy and Initiative. I'm really not that worried about it. Let's see if Guy... So Guy has 25 in 25. Quiet has 25, 24. So Guy's our better agent. Let's see if he can crack down. Where were we? On... Can he just straight purge is the question. 5% chance on the Academy there. I can get up to 40. Or we can crack down on a 99% chance. But I wonder if we hit the Initiative, even though it's harder, but I'm at war with the Initiative. I'm not at war with the Academy yet. Not that it matters. Now, we'll just hit the Academy. We'll crack down the Academy. And the next turn we'll take it and we'll purge the Executive and take the country. So we'll do that. Quiet. Do we have anywhere else we need to worry about? Maybe just Japan. So I'll get Distal to remove unrest in Japan. And then we're going to get Quiet to spread public opinion here in Taiwan, which we're already the most liked people, but we might as well make it a little bit better. And Clark Dad can do the same thing. Okay, now it is July. I don't think there's any fleets coming in July. The main thing we're waiting on is the Marines to take the station. It's overwhelming, Richard. It really is. There's so much going on. I need my council of chat to really keep track of everything. Ur's armor held up really well. Okay. Resistance assault on Final Frontier Station repelled. We had a 100% chance. There are 4 advanced marine units. Crash test. What are your marines doing? They're supposed to be the most elite space marines in the solar system. The most elite space marines that humanity has ever seen. And they can't take a space hotel. Oh, Matches Burn, thank you so much. Have a good sleep. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Hey, Derp, how's it going? Have a good sleep, Matches. That's really, really nice of you. I'm sorry that the stream was interrupted by the dog again. Okay, resistance. So we're going to have to go back in. We're going to have to send the Marines back into the station. How long do we have before we can do that again? And how much damage did they take? That's the wrong fleet. Where are they? So I need to get them to approach the hab again. Are they out of Delta V? Let's get them to go back to Scaffold Shipyard. They'll rearm there. Oh, there's a whole ton of our command centers done. So we're now up to 456 max. I don't know what happened to the Marines, but I'm very disappointed.
Things are stabilizing.
Things are stabilizing.
Okay, that's a crackdown success in Taiwan.
Our cause is unjustified.
Public campaign failure.
Public sentiment is
Well
increasing.
done, Clark Dad. Let's transfer you back to Final Frontier Station. Let's try this again. Okay. 100% chance to assault station. Let's see what happens this time.
The LZ is secure.
Well done, Chuck. That's 100% wipeout of aliens. Okay, Ferrocite quarantine protocols are done. That's aliens for -2 on the throw missions. Not that there's any active aliens on Earth, but might as well be safe. I'm like, is there anything in the obsolete area I want to grab? Remember we searched reusable rockets? That was a long time ago. So outpost kits. Don't need any of these weapon techs. There's really just nothing here that we need. Don't need any of the automated stuff. Yeah, it's definitely an XCOM moment. What was this? It's actually, I have a feeling was Final Frontier Station the place where we found the contraband that we weren't able to shut down. Where there was basically space weed being grown. I really don't know what we should be researching here. There's just, we're at the kind of the end of this part of the tree. I might actually just leave this blank. Let's just get Alien Adapted ECM. Not that we're going to use it, but we'll just have it ticking over in the background. Speaking of space weed, there is an alien fleet on its way to Space Weed Farm El Alpha. This is a big fleet. Corvette Destroyer, Corvette Frigate, Gunship, Dreadnought Destroyer. So it does have a Dreadnought. What is this? Victor 33? It's a shame I can't rename the fleet from here. There is, Richard, yeah, but we've researched most of it. Yeah, speaking of Space Weed Station Crash, it just showed up. Did you miss Space Weed, the whole Space Weed saga? Alright, so this is Space Weed Farm, 30 March. So we need to be aware of that fleet coming in. The fleets are getting bigger and bigger. It was pretty early on, yeah. Alright, let's get back to Earth. Those Marines better do their job. I'm not paying them by the hour. Okay, we're on to a new turn. What's the cooldown on everything here? 26th of September for South Korea. Okay, so next month. And we're still waiting on 71 days here. Now we've cracked down the control point here. Let me just get our guys up. So we're going to take Taipei. Taipei, by the way, super advanced armies. China, still dealing with atomic era tech. So if Taiwan gets invaded by China, it will have some mecha to defend itself. It's robotics age. Probably on loan from Japan, who developed the technology first. They actually beat Europe beat us to doing it in this playthrough. We'll get Guy to purge the control point.
We're taking power.
We'll get Chuck to surveil Taiwan at Taipei. Just because if anyone comes to try and take it, we'll catch them and we can kill them. How are we doing for unrest? Oh, this is the first turn where unrest isn't a deal. Unrest in Said Rebus is 0.2. Amazing. Inequality index, though. Look at that. US and actually European Union has quite high inequality. America being the country that I control that has the best equality in the world. That's a surprise. Right, let's get Quiet Raccoon. We'll get Fire to do some public opinion in Taiwan.
We'll make our
We'll get Distal to do public opinion in Taiwan.
Reporting in. At
We'll
your service.
get Clark Dad to... what's our biggest unrest? It's Gulf States and Philippines. So we'll just do a little bit of unrest management in the Gulf States and the Philippines.
Restoring order.
Where do you need me?
Just to make sure we're on top of it.
We'll make
Alright,
this
let's get
safe.
back to space. I don't think there's any fights happening this particular month, but it's getting very close to the big Union Station fight. Let me just check the situation. This is why you rename your enemy fleets, by the way, so that you can just quickly check the list. Unless you accidentally double click and then have to wait for the game to load. So 5th of October is the big one. December. This is October, because, well, that's the same fleet. Yeah, there's nothing happening until October. The one thing that we're waiting on right now is for a fusion reactor to be finished upgrading. I accidentally upgraded it before the stream, and then realized that it shut off our shipyards around Mars, so that we're not actually building any fleets around Mars right now. Because I made a small mistake. Final Frontier Station captured by the Resistance. We have captured Final Frontier Station Extreme Earth Orbit from the Initiative. Our teams are going through initiative records for intel. So we finally have Final Frontier Station back. The Marines destroyed the power generator. Great work, Marines. So let's get all this stuff upgraded. Let's get rid of that solar farm. We'll replace it with a fusion reactor array. We'll upgrade the space resorts to space hotels. Let's be aware, because we're using 100 volatiles for each one of these, and we're going to run out of cash really soon. Okay, we need to finish upgrading the station. Also, we need to get the battle stations rebuilt, but I probably don't have the volatiles for it. Oh, I do. Excellent. I'll just spend the boost. It's only 100. We need more power here as well, so let's get another fusion reactor farm on the build. And let me just check that's enough. What was this again? This was a fusion reactor farm. If I try and re-put something else on here... Okay, we have enough power, but I'll just rebuild this fusion reactor farm in preparation. I'm glad the Marines finally did their job. Okay, that station's mostly on the way back up. Let's wait for the fleet to be available again. And we'll send the Marines back to Mars, where they belong. Is the fleet actually already available for action and I'm just sitting on it, not doing anything? Yeah, it is. Okay, hi fleet. Transfer back to Scaffold Station, where you can refuel. Yeah, Liquid Courage is what got them through it.
Will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, take me there. We need to split the fleet. Where is the Courageous class? There it is. Split the fleet. And we'll just rename Task Group Mook again so I know what it is. That's a cool picture. Task Group Mook. Save name. Repair and resupply. Is the High Fleet also needing to repair? No, they are replying. That's good.
Things are cooling off.
Oh, advanced plasma batteries are done. That's great. That upgrades all of our defense stations. Just running out of things to research. We can research tactical drone, full spectrum combat arms. These will all increase our investment points in the military. Not that we're doing that anymore, but why not? Task Group Mook is repaired. It feels like total war with the amount of fleets they're sending at me, but if they're not, that's really scary. You need to go to Heavy Dwarf Station. Task Group Mook is on its way back to Mars. Environmental degradation. The environment of Copenhagen has reached a tipping point and is rapidly degrading. Global climate efforts are causing increasing ecological and economic damage. Agriculture is becoming increasingly unviable as soils wash away and growing seasons shorten, destroying farmers' livelihoods and threatening the economy of the European Union. So we can now afford to fund subsidies. We couldn't do this time. We didn't actually have enough money. This is only for extremists, and this is only for the initiative. We'll loot them for everything they go. I hate the initiative, but we'll at least fund subsidies until we can turn this around. Alien Active ECM is done. Yay. We'll get tactical drones researching. We'll just get all the build army priority stuff done. Okay, alien fleet completes transfer.
We are in control now.
You can see that fleet coming. Okay. New turn. Got some new orgs. Let's check the orgs out first. We're looking for anything that does space mining bonuses. Pegasus Aviation is boost and mission control. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing, Cold Wolf. Always makes me jump. Denmark and desert. Well, you know what? I've seen so many future things where Copenhagen gets flooded, so I guess that's something. Volturnus Trust is knowledge. No, nothing here gives space mining. Let's, what needs defended? North America, North America, North America, North America, North America, North America. Okay. We will get Distal defending North America.
Where to? Making things safe for our people.
Cooldown on the Philippines is 55 days. Cooldown for South Korea is 26th of September, so still a while away. In terms of unrest, we are looking at 1 unrest in the European Union. That's a spike. 0.7 in Taiwan, we need to deal with that, and 1 in North Korea. 1.2 in Saudi Arabia. So we need to do a little bit of defending this turn. could you go away, please? So let's just think about this, because we also need to do some work in Taiwan. So we're now controlling this section here. We need to get Guy to to crack down on the executive. We'll get that up to a 98% chance of success.
Cracking down.
Chuck needs to assault aliens that have shown up in Brazil.
Standing by for orders.
We need to get... Is it Quiet that also has defend? Yeah. Wait, does Chuck have defend? No, he doesn't. Quiet needs to defend Taiwan, so we don't lose that point. And then we need to get Fire to stabilize Europe. I cannot afford for there to be any unrest in Europe. And we'll get Jeremy to stabilize Saudi Arabia. And we'll have to clean up the rest of it next turn once we've taken Taiwan. Oh, the other thing that's really important... Oh, no, I always do that. I want to click Stabilize Nation. We need to check priorities in Taiwan. So right now we're on the Resist. We'll just switch this to Europe Update 6. And I think that's everything we need to do. There's no aliens coming in this turn. It's getting really close, though. I actually need to start arranging the fleet around Mercury. So we've got a bit of desertification happening in Northern Europe. That's the second one that's popped. I might need to look at changing my priorities to start doing something about the situation. If we go into the Intel tab and have a look at Earth, where is it? Global. So Earth's temperature is at plus 1.5 degrees. The sea is almost 30 centimeters above normal level. We're at 441 parts per million of carbon dioxide. I don't really see where we can reduce that, but that's mostly down to what we need to do in terms of research. Okay, let's quickly jump over to Mercury. So we should have 3 fleets around... We have 2 fleets at Mercury. We've got the Jovian Liberation Fleet, which is our advanced fleet, which is just 3 ships with 1,000 power. These are all super advanced. We've got the boat, the base Liberator, and the Normandy. 2 battleships, 2 dreadnoughts, and a Lancer. And then we also have Task Group Mercury, which is our low-tech. So we don't actually have a lot of ships here, but we do also have the HAB to help us defend. But what we're probably going to do here is I'm going to intercept with this fleet first, then hit them with the second fleet. It's not a massive defense. Honestly, it's looking a little bit cagey, but these ships should be good enough to defend against this fleet. Confirm assignments, unpause.
Protecting our interests.
I don't have anything else to send there, so they're going to have to do it. Nothing will get there now, that's for sure. Let's wait for something to happen.
Violence is abating.
Okay, EU's down to 0, that's great.
Control is vulnerable.
Successful crackdown on the executive. Project Exodus tried to coup in Kenya. Someone has sabotaged Ho Chi Minh launch facility in Vietnam. Chuck continued to just wipe out all the alien fauna. That's great work. There's actually a really good chance Task Group Mu could get intercepted. This has been happening recently. We had a bigger fleet heading for Mercury that got intercepted. And we lost most of that fleet. So that's one of the issues that we had. Okay, first things first. We need to defend Europe. So Distal.
Ready for my mission.
Let's just confirm this is the EU, yeah? Yeah, European Union has expired. Defend Europe. Defend Europe. I keep doing that.
Orders.
Keep doing that. Just keep clicking on the wrong button. Defend. It's just because there's this big confirm button at the top of the screen. I want to click on it, even though I've been playing this game for ages. Right, just make sure that's Europe, 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 Europe. I don't want to miss another country slipping in behind that. Okay. Now down here. Where's Taiwan? Here it is. We're going to get Guy
I'm here.
to crack down on this control point. And we're going to get Quiet to crack down on the other control point. Even though it's defended, we just crack down straight through it. No, not crack down. What am I doing? Yeah, crack down. Temporarily disable the control point. No, I need to purge it. See, I'm doing the wrong thing. We need to purge the executive control point. And then Quiet needs to crack down the control point. And that'll let us take control of Taiwan next turn.
Targeting their center of
In terms of unrest, we're looking at 1 unrest in North Korea. And that's pretty much the only thing to be concerned about right now. So we'll get Clark Dad in his ineptitudinous to deal with North Korea. And if I just confirm the cooldowns, I think we're pretty close to a cooldown for South Korea joining the PDL. So we can federate the EU. 26th of September, we can bring South Korea into the PDL. That's great. Let's get Chuck to do a surveil. There was some stuff going on in Brazil. We'll just make sure there's nothing else going on here. And we'll get Fire to... What can you do? Probably just do a surveil in China for me, because I haven't checked there in a while, and there was an alien holdout here for quite a long time. Okay, everyone's ready to go. Confirm assignments. Unpause. We're getting closer and closer to that fight. 5th of October is when the big fight's going to happen.
Securing our control.
The final assault project has been researched. A consensus has been reached. Despite the dangers, the only certain method of ending the aliens' attempted invasion is to collapse the wormhole, and with it, their access to our solar system. This will require a joint operation of unprecedented scale. We have formed a strike team that will serve as a tip of the spear. To say that unknowns remain would perhaps be the greatest understatement in history, but all human civilization depends upon our success. We are focused, we are confident, we are ready. Fulfill's objective, prepare the final assault. Our work has spun off a new organization, Jaina Section, which is in our faction pool and maybe assigned to a counselor. There's probably going to be an update.
Ready for launch, Commander.
We're not ready for launch. We're a long way from ready for launch, but we've done the research. We've completed the prepare the final assault objective. After studying the data available to us, we've decided that the best plan is a simple one. Our naval forces will engage Hydra spacecraft around their base and secure a clear flight path for our assault transport, which will land and unload the Jaina section. Then, our commandos will fight their way to the wormhole entrance and secure it while the payload operators move the bomb into position and detonate it. The plan has numerous potential points of failure, the largest one being the wormhole itself. We believe that our assault team has enough combat power to fight its way through Hydra security forces. However, we have no way of knowing how many more may be waiting on the far side. It may be that our assault team will be forced into a battle against an endless stream of reinforcements. Without more data, there is no way to know. Another potential issue is payload. The exotic space explosive used by the 2 payloads used are experimental, but we believe they should deliver a sufficient quantity of energy to collapse the wormhole. However, we have absolutely no idea what the consequences of collapsing the wormhole will be, nor how the explosion may interact with the exotic-powered wormhole apparatus. Even if we succeed, this may well be a suicide mission for our counselor and everyone else we descend on that transport. A few of our physicists have also theorized there's a possibility that the wormhole collapse may cause a runaway total conversion reaction, in which case this will be a suicide mission for our entire fleet. We are ready to proceed on your order. It is time. Close the wormhole, end the war. Have our counselor assigned to the Jaina section or target the alien wormhole module at the primary Kupier Belt base with the close the gate mission. To launch the counselor mission to win the game, you must fulfill the following goals to ensure victory. The aliens must control no more than 0% of Earth's regions. The combined fleet power of the aliens and pro-alien factions will be no more than 25% of the fleet power among all factions of the solar system. So we have a lot of fighting to do before we get there. But the aliens control none of Earth, and I'm pretty proud of that. Ooh, that was a big lot of waffle. Let's just keep getting these modernization techs. Let's have a look at the Jaina section. Where are they? The Jaina section. Just gives +3. Just gives +3 admin. +3 admin is pretty cool. I want to leave that here in our pool for now. I'll maybe play with it off stream if it's going to be useful for anyone. But just +3 admin is just it's just replaceable, really. I was hoping for something a bit more exciting for that. But that's cool. No, I'm happy.
Violence is abating.
Their control is vulnerable now.
The other factions are probing Jupiter because we unlocked that tech. Okay, we now control Taiwan. Let me just very quickly
Prepping for next mission.
change my priorities there. And the other thing I can do, I believe, is very quickly switch them to ally. And that will just make sure that happens as quickly as possible. Oh, so Taiwan has nukes. What? Yeah, they have a nuke. When did that happen? Okay, that's a fusion. Where's that been built? We'll find out in a second. Army under 6th Army Corps in Taiwan are under control of resistance. Cool. Orbitalis now has its fusion reactor. That's the wrong shipyard though. Defends into South Korea. South Korea. South Korea. Okay, Distal.
I'm here.
Get working on defending South Korea.
Making things safe for our people.
Alright.
Where do you need me?
We still need to crack down one more control point in this country. So we'll get Quiet to do that. Sorry, to purge the last control point. So purge that out. We'll take full control of Taiwan. Chuck didn't find anything with his Brazil check. We'll just do a... You know what? I doubt there's anything happening, but just to be safe, let's do a survey in Europe.
Ready to go.
Now, there are some agents hanging around in Paris that I'm not particularly happy about. So let's investigate them. Let's go after this one. Find out what's going on here.
Eyes on target.
And what about unrest? We're looking at 1.2 in Saudi Arabia and then 0.9 in Japan. So those are the two we'll stamp on. We'll just keep playing whack-a-mole with unrest.
Restoring order.
Reporting in.
And next turn, we will be able to unify South Korea and Japan into the Pacific Defense League, which is something I bet you no one ever thought they'd hear anyone say.
Initiating surveillance.
Securing our interests.
Without an ozone layer,
Ooh, ultraviolet combat
from
lasers.
ultraviolet light, life on our planet would never have developed in the
This
first
is a big
place.
one.
Chancellor Li Qingzao, lecturer at Tsinghua University.
This is an upgrade to all of our ships once we get the research done. While the move to laser weapons utilizing visible light has increased their power and versatility, their shortcomings in range hamper their usefulness in long-distance conflicts. It is to ultraviolet-based combat lasers we now turn instead. Extreme ultraviolet is breathtakingly difficult to work with, because it burns through almost all matter on contact. Ideal for striking against heavily armored enemies, yes, but first we need to focus it without instantly destroying the necessary lenses and mirrors in the process. Special new dielectric mirrors, coated with multiple layers of ultra-dense, highly reflective nanomaterials, overcome this complication, enabling our latest weapons to utilize the ultraviolet spectrum without losing intensity. These laser weapons are capable of shooting precise beams over long distances to inflict massive damage. By using ultraviolet light, we have also further reduced the scattering effect of atmospheric particles, making these latest weapons even more powerful in Earth's atmosphere, as well as within the vacuum of space. Base defense modules will employ ultraviolet lasers. All of these techs are now available. That's a really big tech. That's one of our last techs we need for our endgame fleet, unless we start going down the antimatter route. Now, in terms of what to research next, that is a good question. What I really want to do is try and save Earth. So the two ones that I think for that are Designer Life Forms, which helps Earth, and Genies I don't think helps Earth much. No, we want Designer Life Forms. So the one prereq we don't have for that is Transform Phages. So let's get that researching. We'll try and turn around the end of the world that's happening. Genetic engineers create biological machines that can edit a human's living genome. We're now able to undertake light UV laser batteries. That's... I don't think we have anything that actually uses light UV, but we do have stuff that uses 120 centimeter batteries, so that's good. Okay, there's a whole ton of tech just became available. So let's get rid of full wet navy modernization.
Surveillance complete.
Okay, let's just make sure the game is paused. Right, medium UV arc laser batteries. Do we have any PD yet? No. Medium UV arc laser batteries is 120 centimeter ultraviolet arc laser batteries. I'm pretty certain we want these for LDAs. We want the heavy ones for battle stations, and then we want the actual turrets for our ships. So light UV phaser batteries. Now, we want phasers over lasers. So, do we want phasers or arc lasers? No, we want phasers over arc lasers and lasers. There's going to be so much tech unlocked here. So let's get rid of anything that isn't a phaser. So the only thing we're actually looking at here is light UV phaser batteries. So we'll get that researching, and we'll wait for the rest of the phaser tech to show up. Somebody correct me if I'm incorrect about phasers being the most advanced. It goes laser, arc laser, phaser, right?
Things are cooling off.
Yes, we use. That's what I thought, Crashes. We use phasers. So this is just a standard battery, I'm pretty sure.
Every time I have to pay a
Ooh.
Terra, I feel as though one of my children has suddenly died.
I
Why
really
do
do
they
not
all
like
over
the
us
chairman
like this?
Soren Van Wyck. I really don't like him.
Soren Van Wyck, appearing on CNN.
Okay. integrated Earth space economy has been researched. The balance of power has perhaps inevitably shifted. Where once our space pioneers were dependent on Earth's support to survive, now humanity all but depends on the resources and technologies that only the hardy denizens of space and other worlds can provide. And so the deal must change, lest, at least Earth's history dictates, there will be first resentment and then conflict. The time has come to declare that our remote colonies are vassals and glorified factories no longer, and instead shall henceforth be treated as equal partners, no longer beholden to our demands and each given their own place at the negotiating table. Only once humanity's every distant offshoot works and trades in harmony will we be ready for what the brave new future holds. So now, welfare priority removes 10% more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Fleet logistics are now able to research. That's good. Another massive tech research. Fall of Empires is just the end of a lot of stuff. We're not interested in that. I think if we want to get Arrival Culture has some good stuff in it, we'll get that sorted. Yeah, Ashkan, that's what I'm going for. Just getting phasers, skipping the rest. That's all we care about, are phasers. We'll sort out what's obsolete and what's not next time a tech completes. Oh, the game's paused. Okay. We're getting closer and closer to October. Okay, Resistance Fleet Task Group Mook has made it back to Mars and resupplied. The initiative for the good guys. Thanks for making me laugh, Derp.
We're in control.
Okay,
here.
we now have full control over Taiwan. Let's just very quickly fix the
Prepping for next mission.
priorities there. So I do have investment in welfare in all of my countries, which will help with fixing Earth. Huh. Academy tried to purge Taiwan. They failed. This is a cool view. Alright, new turn. So what needs defending this turn? Gulf States, Gulf States, Gulf States, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Gulf States and Saudi Arabia need to be defended this turn. So that's quite a tough one. So let's get Distal
Ready.
to defend the Gulf States. We also need to defend South Korea. So that we're going to be a little bit behind there. Well, the Gulf States and Saudi Arabia are more important right
Protecting
now.
our interests.
Why does my other person who can defend? So he'll defend
Where
Saudi.
do you need me?
Acknowledged.
Chuck is just... Chuck's at that stage that happens every now and again where he's dealt with all the aliens on Earth and all the appearances of them, and now he's just cruising around looking for trouble. So he'll get on with that. How are we looking in terms of unrest? The Academy is not pro-alien. The Academy apparently have the most interesting storyline because they start off being like, we can work with the aliens, and then they apparently have the most badass ending. The Initiative are just out to make money. They are literally just out to screw over as many humans as possible to make as much money as they can. I really don't get what their end game is. I don't know if it's capitulation or what, but yeah, they have the weirdest approach to this situation by far. Now, it is 1st of October, which means that Jeremy Clark can go and set national policy in Japan, and we can start building the Pacific Defense League,
What's the op?
which is pretty cool. I think North Korea was the next highest on the list of unrest. Let me confirm that. Yes, North Korea. All right.
We'll
Okay.
make things safe.
Now, it is the 1st of October. On the 5th of October, this alien fleet is going to arrive in Mercury orbit. I am getting very nervous about this combat. I don't know if our 3 ships can do it. I'm really concerned. I don't know if we have a big enough... Oh, hang on, let me fix that. I've got a better name for them anyway. Is it caval... Oh, how do you spell cavalry? Is it R-Y or E-R-Y? It's R-Y, isn't it? Cavalry. Someone correct me when I get that wrong. Oh, I didn't even say the name. The Crayon Cavalry. Okay, so I'm actually just like holding off on unpausing the game because I'm worried we're going to lose these ships so quickly in combat. I should have faith in my new ship, shouldn't I? Oh, Bravo Fleet's here as well. That's right. Thoughts and Prayers Fleet made it. Okay. Okay, I'm not as scared anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. So we've got Bravo Fleet. We've also got the High Fleet. The High Fleet is here as well. We actually have quite a few fleets here. So we've got Jovian Liberation, Task Group Mercury, Alpha Fleet. So we need to combine some of these fleet. So let's combine the High Fleet. No, do this the other way. The High Fleet has a storied name, so I don't want to lose that. We're going to combine them with Task Group Mercury. Then we're going to combine the Jovian Liberation Fleet with Bravo Fleet Thoughts and Prayers. Now I have some real fleets to defend this place with. Cavalry. No E in cavalry. Cavalry. I've spelled it wrong. Damn it. No, cavalry. I spelled it right. Yeah. Hopes and Prayers is a great name. I'm sorry that right now they are not a fleet, but they'll be remade as a fleet in a second. Jovian Liberation Fleet is actually in Mercury orbit, but yeah, they're here to defend, and then they're gonna do some stuff. I've picked out a station for them to attack. All right, let's confirm and on pause.
Securing our control.
This is quite
Eyes
a
up.
big thing that's
Securing
about to
our
happen.
interests.
It is the 5th of October. Where's that fleet? Oh. I don't think they're going to accept this combat somehow. Yeah. Okay, game is paused. Oh. That ship on its own is now engaging. Okay, game... Where did the USS Almea come from? Okay. Now we can do some interception. So we're going to intercept with the Alpha Fleet first on Large Fleet, Union Station. And then we're going to send the Jovian Liberation Fleet to intercept the fleet while they are pincered by the other one and they won't be able to escape. That is a plan. Wait. I made a big mistake. Oh, I made a really big mistake. I didn't combine the fleets properly. Oh, I really messed up. I thought I combined those fleets properly. There's a bit of me that wants to just take the fight anyway. Shall we see how well the ships do? Or is that really stupid? We're not really that far off. Can I save the game? I want to save the game, and I'm going to take the fight. I can't save the game. I'm doing it. It's really stupid. I'm doing it. Wow, look at this alien fleet. Okay. What we need to do is bring these ships over. Well, it's definitely having mishaps. Why can't I give this ship move order? Oh, because of the type of ship it... Is it an engine issue? Ooh, I'm having some problems with my orders here. There's quite a few people on stream right now who are face palming really hard, but I'm gonna go with the flow. Let's see what happens. All right, that should do. Lancer. Let's put everyone on defensive. We're not going to... I just... Like, the amount of incoming fire we're about to take. Is there any dreadnoughts here? Corvette, destroyer. Right, we're just going to pick a destroyer. That's our first target. Good luck, man. An incompetent commander has sent you into the most ridiculous battle of your lives. Know that Earth is watching this fight with interest. The Lancers should have some extreme range. Well, there goes a lot of cannon fire. There's the plasma cannon firing. The speed on that projectile. Oh, that was a direct hit. Make sure everyone is set to defensive. That's another hit. Here comes the insanity. One ship down. It's another hit with the plasma cannon. I don't know how we're going to make it through what's about to happen. We can't see the PD firing, but the PD is firing. Lancer's taking massive hits. Lancer's down. Destroyers are down. Oh! They took 2 ships down before they got absolutely overwhelmed by missiles. Oh. Humanity's most advanced ships just absolutely smashed by the Doom fleet. Yeah, I really let those crews down. There's a moment there. There was a moment when I thought they could do something. This is the cursed stream now. We destroyed 1 ship. Alright. Victory for the aliens. Victory for the aliens, is it? High Fleet is intercepting. I don't think they'll be able to make them get them, though. I'm sorry, everybody. I know you just let you all down. Oh, Night Sky, what a time to show up to the stream. Oh, what an absolute time to show up to the stream. Do you think they'll take the fight? Right, time for revenge. We're gonna lose some ships here, probably. Oh, they're running. They're gonna run. Damn. Okay, as soon as we get control of the ship again, the fleet again, we're gonna intercept them. Oh, I didn't click split, did I? I always do that. This is bad. One thing I will not do is save scum. Did you even see the loss? Or did you join after the Lost Nights, guys? Hey, the plasma cannon was pretty cool. Alright. They're going to run from this flight. Oh, they're not going to run from this flight, and I did not set up my setup. Cool. Actually, this isn't too bad a setup. What we'll do is we'll bring this destroyer right into here. And then we'll get this one to come in, and we'll get it to fly above the fleet. Get it to fly below the fleet. Not maybe, and then we'll get it to turn here. Like this, and we'll get you to turn like that. Alright. We'll set M1 on defensive. We'll set a primary fleet target of this destroyer, and we'll just go through them all. How far down is that ship going to end up? That's a bit too far down. Each destroyer is getting about 5 missiles from each ship, from each missile battery. You're not padlocked. Why can't I control you? Oh, I did padlock you. I apologize. I meant to padlock this battleship. Okay, that's our first barrage. Moving on to the second target. One of these missile bases is empty, which is a great start. It means the ship wasn't properly rearmed after its last engagement. This one doesn't seem to have any missiles at all. No. Oh, fantastic. This is a big problem I had last stream as well, where my ships just weren't getting rearmed when I told them to go rearm, but I think I was low on volatiles. This is not good. Okay, next ship. This is really not good. Okay, next target. Let's bring you round as well. That's one ship down. We probably could have spooked, but I'm just not a good enough admiral to make that happen. Enterprise has taken quite a few hits. But if it's taking hits and battleships aren't, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to padlock the destroyers now. I can't even keep track of what's happening. Most of the missiles have missed or been shot down. We need to change our primary target. They're right in the middle of us right now. If I change to this ship here, that's our own ship. This is really, really bad. We need to get our new fleets up and running ASAP. Are they going to collide? No, that was close. It looked close. It probably wasn't close. This ship can't turn around. I did not expect the combats to be this intense. Oh, you're doomed, unfortunately. You're also doomed. I don't think I can give you movement orders. I can. This little destroyer that could. Got 2 battleships that are still combat capable. No, this one has just lost combat capability. So it's only this battleship and this destroyer left. And they don't have enough firepower. They don't have enough firepower to overwhelm the PD. So this fleet is lost. bad times. Well, that was the point of the battleships, really, mishaps. That was the battleships design. The Mark II battleships were supposed to do that. Obviously, they haven't done that, but that was the hope behind the whole build of that ship. There goes the destroyer. Look, the battleships... This battleship is taking as many of them out with it as it can. Can you not turn around anymore? Are you padlocked right now? No, they can't turn around anymore. Yeah, that's probably what we need. When they sweep past, they just fire and everything. I don't think they want to end. I think they want to finish. Yeah, that's the last battleship offline. All our ships are lost. This is bad news for Mercury. Yeah, they're gonna wipe us out. These are storage ships. These are storage ships. Storage crews. Apparently we're gonna fight again. Round 2, I guess. This is the last remaining part of Mercury fleet. Now, these battleships actually have their missiles. Where is my fleet? There it is. Okay. Oh, this is actually a really nice deployment. What we'll do is we'll get all of the destroyers just to come down a little bit. And I'll try and give them individual orders. I want them a little bit ahead of the fleet as well, to act as PD screens. So I want to set each of these to defensive posture, I think. And we'll set the rest of the fleet onto guarded posture. I want to padlock the battleships. I'm going to set our primary target to start with as Island Dawn. All my stations have defenses, Night Skies. All my stations have defenses, not just the Mercury ones. God, I knew this was going to be a big fleet. I knew this was going to be a big fight, but I did not expect it to go so south. I know, look, I'm completely aware that taking the fight with the Jovian defense fleet on its own was really stupid. I knew that before I expended it, but I wanted to see what would happen. And obviously we got murked. So I don't really know what I was expecting, to be completely honest. Okay, let's change targets. And let's change targets again. Okay, let's keep an eye on the enemy here. So we've got the Eternal Harmony coming in here. I'm gonna get the some ship over there. What was the name of the frigate? Eternal Harmony. And who's the other one over here? The Barb, to focus on the Eternal Harmony. I'm going to padlock both of them to that ship. I accidentally did TRM, yes. It's very embarrassing. I mean, I could have evaded the battle, but I committed, which I shouldn't have done. So that fleet's gone. High Fleet is gone. This is all that is left of the Mercury Defense Fleet. Is basically what you're looking at right now. Yeah, the TRM class absolutely got wrecked. But it was a 4K combat power fleet. Okay. I don't know, it might be too much of a loss. Can we get this really quickly? Okay, the good news is Mercury is safe for now. We've taken out the mass Mercury destruction fleet. The bad news is we've lost a lot of ships. Oh, what a... Alright. Okay. Well, actually, this is the High Fleet. This is what's left of the High Fleet. We need so much more volatile production. And no, at the moment we don't. Is the answer to that question. We don't have them being set up. Not that bad, Knights, guys. We lost so many ships until I actually started taking it seriously. Get to wasting space, get rearmed and repaired. You are now the Mercury Defense Fleet. You are all I have left. Okay, High Fleet has been repaired and rearmed. Oh, my head.
Order is returning.
We lost so much stuff there. Well, look at all the MC we have available now.
Violence is abating.
The big problem is that the university campuses cost 100 volatiles each, which is just a lot.
Mission complete.
Are you kidding me? Oh, it's Unify. Okay, phew. Okay. Unification. The Pacific Defense League and the Control Resistance in South Korea have merged into a single nation. Yay! Let's have a look, T-Ram. So there really isn't anything that exciting. 60 volatiles is the most showing up. At Belial's Pit. Is that in the outer belt as well? No, that's inner, right? Where is this place? If I wanted to set up a colony here, it would take... That's why I haven't done any more TRM. There's just nothing close to us. We need to wait until the Jovian fleet gets out to Jupiter and they can deploy their stations themselves. Because it's going to take 529.3 days to set up a hab on 128 Nemesis and Belial's Pit. If we look at our next best option, which is Ferrous Chaos, this place here, it take 499.3 days. Wait, let me just redo that. 491.0 days to set up here. I've got those ships. I actually have one built. We have Expedition Support Fleet has the Laser Addict, and the Laser Addict can found fusion platforms. And it can field fission outposts. Hey Chaos Space 392, welcome to the Doom stream where everything died and I lost all my ships. I'm not actually that salty. We just need to do something about it. No, I haven't been setting up probes because the idea was these ships would do the... these ships have on them... The Laser Addict has a... When it loads... The Laser Addict has a Mobile Space Science Lab. And the Mobile Space Science Lab lets me prospect with the ship. So I wasn't going to send probes out because the probes would just take so long, whereas the ship would get there quite quickly. What we could do is we could look at transferring out to one of those places, if we can remember the name of it, and try and build a platform that way, see how long that's going to take. So if we go back to prospecting, the name of the place, Belial's Pit, was 128 Nemesis. So if we see if we can transfer to 128 Nemesis with this fleet. Now 128 tells me that they are probably in the inner belt. No, 128 Nemesis isn't here. They're not around 4 Vesta either. Which is out by Sarah's there. It's 128 Nemesis. It'll take them 5 weeks to get there, but it'll use up all of their Delta V. Hey Razorback, you missed the decimation of the Mercury Defense Fleet due to bad command. No, I don't want to micromanage possibly every asteroid in the outer solar system. However, I just assumed when we got to Jupiter we could just do a quick prospect, you know? Okay, off stream I will do some prospecting, I promise. So the option here is I could send this fleet to Nemesis, and then it would stay there forever and never come home unless I built a station to refuel it. Question: if I land a fleet, can it refuel? I've never tried to do that before. Is that possible? Is that a doable thing? That's a 10th of their DV. Oh. I thought this is an apostrophe, not a full stop. Excuse the coughing. Oh, well that's fine then. Those take them 5 weeks to get there and get us a new farm. Let's do it. Watch them get intercepted on the way and die. Oh, all of our fusion reactor farms just got built. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's why I shouldn't have done that either. This is a bad stream, everybody. I'm having a bad time. I'm doing really, really badly here. Okay, Expedition Support Fleet. Can we do anything for you? 7th of January. So they're going to get intercepted halfway there. And I can't send anyone to help them. So they send a destroyer against these 2 ships. These 2 ships are unarmed. Sorry, they have light coal cannon Mark 1s and point defense phaser turrets. I'm the worst space commander there has ever been. I mean, you can call them guns if you want, mishaps. They're not really guns. Oh dear. Crash test, that's really nice of you to say. I've got a lot going on right now, I'll just say that much. I've made some big mistakes this stream. Some really big mistakes. I hope we can come back from it. Ramming speed. We could potentially sacrifice one of the ships. How long do we have until the rest of our ships are built? So, interesting. Why are these 2 not producing? Waiting resource delivery, need 271. Yeah, of course you can. Spend the boost. Why are they not using the resources we have up here? Is it because I put them into build when we didn't have the resources? Hang on. This won't change anything. If I untick this and I cancel these ships, right, and then I reorder them. No, I need 200. So hang on. What's going on here? I have 207. Hang on. Let's just cancel all this. None of these ships have been started. Okay. So I need a Maya Mark 1 Dreadnought. Need 271.3 volatiles. I have 705 volatiles. So why does it need me to send them from Earth? What's going on here? None of these ships have been building on stream because of this, and I didn't even realize. Why does this station not have the volatiles it needs when I have the volatiles in my bank account? Oh wait, I don't have the volatiles in the bank account. Right, I need 976 volatiles to build one ship. Got it. So I need to wait till I've got 9676 before I start the boost construction. Or I spend the boost to send it from Earth, which massively increases the time it's going to take to build because I have to wait for it to get there. Yeah, I think that says everything about this stream. I definitely need to stop because I've made so many mistakes. I'm not reading tooltips. And that, when I watch people let's play games and play through games and they don't read tooltips, it makes me so annoyed. So I think this is probably a good point to stop. We have decimated our space fleets. Situation on Earth Racerback is going really well. We now have control of Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, and Japan, and the Philippines. And Japan and South Korea have now unified into the Pacific Defense League. Unrest is at an all-time low. We're making tons of money. There's a little bit of an issue with global warming, but we are dealing with it. The Philippines will be ready to join the Pacific Defense League very soon. In fact, they should be ready to do so. Yes, they are ready to federate with the Pacific Defense League. So that is something that we can do in the next stream. I'm a very silly goose, that's for sure. Thank you so much for putting up with all my mistakes and not laughing at me. I hope you're not just here to watch me burn. I've come so far through this campaign, and for me to throw it away now would be so bad. It would be really bad. Yeah. Like, I've got just a lot of stuff going on outside of gaming right now. I'll maybe talk about it at some point. Weighing on my mind a lot. I didn't think it would affect me so much playing the game, but it looks like it maybe has just crept in a little bit. But I think for the good of human. Oh, and we also Razorback. We also took back Final Frontier Station from the initiative. We took it back with Marines, so at least that happened. Although the Marines had a 100% chance to capture the station and they failed on their first attempt, so I blamed Crash Test for that, even though it's not their fault. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, for putting up with all of my rubbish. Look at this. Look at these alien fleets. We need to start clearing the alien out, and I don't know how we're going to do it. We're at such a back foot right now. We've got such a resource deficit at the moment. I'm going to have to go through our stations, I think, and deal with anything that's taking too many volatiles, because something is eating all of our volatile income. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. It's Planetary Defense ships are a good idea, Crash Test. That's what we're going to theory craft. We'll theory craft the Planetary Defense ships in the Discord this week. And we'll go from there. So, everybody who tuned in, I really appreciate it. Have a great day, morning, noon, night, etc. Thank you for putting up with me. I will come back better, faster, stronger, and definitely smarter for the next stream. For now, I'm going to end 15 minutes early, so it's not really that early, but yeah. Stream, what is it, 22? Oh no. The other thing we could put up to vote is the combat autosave that was made half an hour ago. Okay? It's still here. And that autosave is when, I believe, when Jupiter Fleet got attacked. Why can't I save the game? Because I misclicked. Oh, this is... There we go, I've saved the game. Right, I definitely need to end the stream. Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful night. See you later.